If you believe that you have the internal talent to do it, but you don't have the bandwidth or time, it might make sense to bring a managed services, consulting, or talent solutions play to take the current day-to-day tasks off of your team's plate and enable and engage them to be a part of the transformation.
A lot of companies out there are not software engineering and innovation organizations. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. There are organizations in consulting, in managed services. This is their specialty. This is the one thing that they do for customers better than anybody else.
How can I make them feel like superhumans by giving them the right tools and supersuit with the right AI to be better than they could have been before? Or how do I remove tasks that really bog down my team and stop them from being able to think creatively?
I think of it more of value driving versus cost reduction, and value from the perspective of now I have the opportunity to go get more business with the same players on the field. Now I have the ability to deliver more high quality work because the processes are incredibly regimented and standardized.
The offensive approach is what we say is here to help you gather net new clients, be differentiated in the market, and to gather new revenue through something that is innovative and out of the box thinking compared to your industry or competitors. From a defensive perspective, we are looking at cost efficiencies, but that's only one of the metrics. So from a cost efficiency perspective, it can be labeled in, unfortunately, headcount reduction, but most often than not, it's throughput. And it's how can I engage my teams better?
AI is not a magic bullet. It's not something that if you buy a product off the shelf or just talk about it and hope and wish for it, that it's going to be successful. There is a ton of fundamental work that goes into AI readiness and ensuring that your organization is set up for success, not just for the implementation of the product or the tool, but also to make sure that you get proper return on the investment.
When we're talking about AI and agents, we're really talking about the difference between automation and autonomous. And so when you're looking at something that is capable of operating in an autonomous fashion versus in a point and shoot, all the more reason is to make the right data accessible and to hide the data that you don't want so that it makes the right decisions. True transformation comes from being able to consistently have smaller wins to build long-term trust and foundations to build upon. And so when we try to attack everything at once, it ends up everything falls down.
If that's not your initial bag and that's not necessarily what your organization excels in, not to fret. There are plenty of organizations out there that is what they do. And that's why things like consulting and managed services in the AI and data innovation space exist at all.
We are off running the things that are keeping your trains running on time right now so that you can have your teams be a part of the meaningful future and stay engaged long term.